Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the favorites from 2022 and if I still like them, if I use them up, if I just did not like them anymore. So if you want to see what happened to my favorite from the last year, then just keep on watching. By the way, this look should already be up, so if you aren't already, subscribe so you don't miss it. And let's go right in. I wrote down which favorites I had last year, and I have to say I was quite surprised. I would have thought, like, not differently, not with everything. I feel like a lot of these favorites are still favorites. So let's jump right in. I have two Milk cosmetics or Milk makeup products. Both of them are the Milk Hydro Grip Primer as well as the setting spray, and as you can tell, these are empty. There's nothing left in there. Easy to say, they're still my favorite. I absolutely loved the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. That is one of my favorite primers. I finished this up quite recently, so that lasted another like the whole 2023, and I just finished it up. I have to say I got a little bit lazy at the end of the year to use primers, because sometimes at this time of the year, you know, I don't need a primer that much. It's more in the summer where I'm really oily and sweating, you know what I mean? So that's a reason. And I did enjoy the Milk Hydro Grip Setting Spray as well. You can use this as a primer. You can use it to set your powders. This one in particular is technically to grip and refresh. So yeah, this was a two-phase thing where you shake it up and then you use it, which was amazingly. The another product, or the next product, was the Glam Shop No. 3 eyebrow powder. Listen, I decluttered that because I changed my hair and I changed to the No. 2 powder, which I did not throw down twice like the other one. So we still have the two colors, and as you can tell, I still love it, still use it every day, and I really enjoy it, and I definitely love this. I wish though it would be like, there are just 3 shades, like a blonde, like this one, which is not quite as warm as I would loved, and then again the more neutrally taupey shade. I also have 3 concealers in my selection. One was the Bear With Me concealer by NYX. As you can tell, used it up as well. I'm still loving this. I just did not repurchase this because sometimes I just don't enjoy the pump. Sometimes I would just like drag it on and be fun with that. I also used up, which was not like a great challenge, to be honest, the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer in Porcelain. Listen, I did enjoy that, and as you can tell, I did like remove the puff because I found that this is better to like dose this. I have to say, I don't think I will repurchase this. This one, like all of these, are a little bit more of an emollient, a richer formula. I mean, I do have a little bit more of a mature under eye, which, I mean, I am a mature woman, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why I did that. These one are a little bit more prone to creasing because they are a little bit richer. I do have to say, my favorite concealer, and still is, and is still going strong, to be honest, even the whole year using that in my project pan, is the Maybelline Superstay concealer, and this one is in the shade 05. Still working great, and I love it, and it did not crease, which I was a little bit concerned because this seemed to be a little bit more of a drier formula in comparison to the other two. And do have to say though, don't have any problems with creasing, so I definitely think I will repurchase this one. We had 2 eyeshadow primers last year that I absolutely loved. One is the Manhattan and this Stay Right primer, and this one I really enjoyed. It is really nice for oily eyelids. It does have a doe foot. It does not give up a lot of color, to be honest, so that's a little bit of a myth, but on the other hand, I have one that isn't giving off color, so I did enjoy that, and I definitely used it up, so I'm really happy I had it and loved it. And then one I 100% like switched my opinion on, which I not do that much, if you will, is the Kaleidos Tone Activated Primer. This one is a little bit of color, like it has a little bit of color, and it does fit really nicely. The problem is though, my oily eyelids come through. I know when I talked about it, and I'm not sure if they changed the formula or if just my eyes changed. That sometimes can happen too, but this formula is not working on me anymore, so I will not repurchase that. I do have some backups which I will give to friends and family and like do a giveaway as well. So if you want to subscribe, there will be a giveaway when I hit the 1,000 followers. So but I did not enjoy that, which was so unfortunate, because I absolutely loved it, and then at some point it just creased and I just didn't like it anymore, which is really not nice, to be honest. Let's come to something I really loved, and I really loved till the end, and that is my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have the shade 1 Neutral. Listen, I love this, and yes, I did like try to squeeze everything out there. I did not repurchase this so far. I'm planning on doing so, but because I have some still like a few foundation left, I did not repurchase that one. But again, I definitely would. This was a beautiful foundation and it worked amazingly. Let's come to eyeliners, and I think then we just have like one. Oh, well, we have a few left, but yes. Well, let's go to the glitter. Last year I talked about the Pixie by Petra glitter. This is the Fairy Lights in Crystalline, and listen, I love this, but I have to say I did not use it as much as I would loved. I did finish that up, so this is like, even though you can't tell, but it is finished, dried up. I did love this. I feel though this is a really big tube, and if you don't use it every single day for your looks, it's a little bit more complicated. You know what I mean? So I love this, still do. I do found other glitters though that I liked a little bit more, and I mean in particular the color. These ones are quite neutral, but in general, like, I like this really much. Love the color. I talked about 2 eyeliners last year, and I have to say, still loving these. I talked about the NYX Streamline. Are these the Streamline sticks? No, these are the Epic Wear Liner sticks. And I think like last year I had like less colors. I feel like I yeah, put some more effort into these. Still love them, have them on right now. Love the pigmentation. It's really amazing. And then the others were the Epiphany liners by Kaleidos. I think I have all 6 shades. Maybe there's one more in my drawer, but in general I absolutely love these. These are multi-chrome, but not all of them. Like these 2 are not multi-chrome, as you can tell by the packaging, because these have like a, like, I absolutely love these. When I can, I use them. There I found some other liners as well that I really enjoyed this year, like the She Glam ones. So in general I am trying to dupe these. There is already a video up where I've tried the She Glam in comparison to the Kaleidos, and I have to say they're not dupes per se, but if you want to have a cheaper alternative, that could be something you maybe like. Also for these, there are the Revolution, Makeup Revolution liners. I do have, these are the Streamline liners. Like I do have this orangey one by Revolution, and I feel like these are quite comparable. So if you want to, like, these are a little bit cheaper, I think. If you want to have a cheaper alternative, this could be for you. I talked about one brush brand in particular, and these were the Blind Bunny cosmetic brushes. I'm not sure where the other was. I think they are in my wash. So just imagine there were more. I still love these. They are amazing. Do love them quite a bit. And I think this year, if you want to see what I love this year, there will be other brush recommendations as well. We have for a blush recommendation, which I was kind of interested in that because it didn't have like a highlight I liked in 2022. Probably will not change, but I particularly loved these Kaleidos blushes, and I have the, I think more, let me show you this one, which is the neutrally browny orangey shade, and then I do have the bright orange. And listen, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there is definitely, you can see that I absolutely love this, and I still love them. Like, listen, these are the blushes I used when I use in particular when I don't know what I want to do, because these are just amazing. I love the colors. I love especially these 2. I love them a lot. This, by the way, is Sunburned. Just recognize that I did name that one on the back side, and it still sticks, which is amazing. And I purchased 2 new blushes this year from Kaleidos in a little bit of a different packaging. Totally think they are worth the hype. They are amazing. I absolutely love them. Which a product I used up as well is my Peri Pera ink V shading in hazel gray. As you can tell, I did like purchased that, I think around the Christmas time last year, that I showed you the new one, this one, and it is empty because I used it up. I absolutely love this. This is my second one. And at the moment I do have another like contour product, but I feel like if I'm not sure what I want to use, I will purchase this one. This is amazing. Absolutely love it. We'll repurchase at some point. And then the face palette I talked about is the Linda Hallberg Infinity palette. This one is in the light shade, and this one has like highlighters, blushes, bronzers or contours, and then this technically is a bronzer as well, and then a really deep brownish black. I use this one as a blush as well, and it looks amazing. Listen, I like this palette so much. Is it one I use every single day? No, but this one is the one I'm using when I'm traveling. I feel like that is like a perfect palette. I can like switch out what I like. I can do whatever I like in general. And these shades are amazing on the eye as well. I did do that as well. So yeah, I love that. I still enjoy it. And this is like the first palette, I feel like the first all over face palette that I really pick up when I traveled in 2023. As for lips, I talked about the Maybelline Vinyl Inks, and listen, my collection have grown since then, and I'm still loving these. I'm still loving these. I did not declutter them. My lip declutter will be up, is already up when you see this. Did not declutter these. Love these. These are a little bit more comfortable for my dry lips, so I really enjoy these. Also, they look really, really gorgeous. I wish though they would bring in like the deeper shades as well, because I would love to have a deeper shades in them. But yeah, still loving these. Eyeshadow palettes, listen, I just have a few which I was quite like, really? I had from Colourpop the Orchidea palette, which is still a favorite. Listen, I think this is such a pretty color scheme. I absolutely love this, and I feel like this is a great companion palette if you do have like some pastels or something like this. Really pretty, still loving it. Don't use it as much as I would hoped. And the second one, which I feel like came out around the time of my favorite video, is the Star Wars palette. This is just the like regular Star Wars palette. There is of course the Baby Yoda, the Mandalorian, the Darth Vader, the C-3PO, you know the drill. Still liking this one quite a bit. To be honest, again, don't use it as much as I would hope still, but I definitely feel you can do so many things with this palette, and I love that there is a dark red and a dark blue. Again, beautiful color story, really, really enjoying that. One I definitely used way more than I thought I would is the Shimmer Saga palette by Linda Hallberg, and again, I liked it a lot, and I am thinking about purchasing the second one, which is I think already released. I use this technically a lot when I'm traveling. I just use the Infinity palette as my base palette, and then I will use this one as my shimmer palette. I do love that this is like a small compact palette, and I really, really enjoyed this, and I still love it quite a bit. So yeah, that worked out for me quite well. And the last palette I talked about, which, listen, I feel like if you see that, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, she loves everything still. Listen, I try these really, really thoroughly. The products I love, I do love. And this one, like, said something in me that I, like, discovered, and I love it. The Dancing in the Sky palette by Gloss Gods. I have this, I purchased this, I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, and this is the All Shimmer Green palette by Gloss Gods. And as you can tell, there is such a pretty color scheme. We do have light colors, medium colors, deep colors. We do have multi-chromes. We do have really shifty and pretty shades. And since I purchased that one and I absolutely loved the formula, I purchased the Looking for Rainbow palettes by Gloss Gods. Again, like, look at this. gorgeous. And then we do have 2 multi-chromes, and this one is like amazing for everyday use or for like fun looks. I also purchased the Color of Rain palette, which is a more blue-ish color scheme. I have videos on these already. And then I also purchased, because again, sometimes it works if you love a formula and you find a palette that works. I also purchased these ones. These is Girl on Mars and Girl on the Moon. And this one, I did not so far like use them. Like, look at this. Isn't that pretty? I'm trying not to blend you, so that's why I have them here. Did not play with these, but I mean, listen. I purchased 1 palette and now I have 5. That should tell you a lot about how much I love this and how much I love the formula of Gloss Gods, especially the shimmer formula. Listen, I purchased 1, or I had 1 palette by Gloss Gods. I'm not sure where that one is, though. Where is that one? I don't know. Well, I purchased, I had 1 palette by Gloss Gods, which I enjoyed, but it was not my favorite. But this, like, listen, again, if you take home 1 message after this video, I feel like you should try the Gloss Gods palettes, the all shimmer ones. Just saying. Even if you're not a fan, these ones great companion palettes. Just saying. But yeah, I now have 5. Yeah, that's about this. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I think I never did that before, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope you really enjoyed that. As you could tell, and I feel like a little bit of a, like, I don't know, maybe because I don't purchase a lot of things over the years. I mean, I purchase everything by myself. Nobody like sent me PR, nobody sponsored me. So I feel like that the products I've tested out, I normally thoroughly research, and I normally like am loving, you know what I mean? And I have to say, except for the Kaleidos one, which again, like, I'm not sure how that happens, but except for the Kaleidos one, I think all of the face products, or all of the products I mentioned in 2022 are still favorites. Maybe one, or like maybe a little bit less for the palettes though, I have to say, except for this one and the Gloss Gods. I love these, but I did not, listen, I draw the line by, I did not like declutter them. I did not. I have all of these still in my collection. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. What of the products you still love from 2022? Please leave it down in the comments. I really appreciate if you also subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. Again, I want to have a big giveaway when I reach 1,000 followers. So if you want to subscribe, it is free, and I would love to have you in my small little YouTube family. And without further ado, I wish you a beautiful week, and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.